Hello everybody, welcome back to episode 5 of AD and AO Reviews, where this series reviews players in my Twitch chat for their arena defense or arena offense. And we go in depth about what monsters they should use, what rune sets they should use, stats that we're trying to aim for. So if you want to be in the next video, type in your Twitch name below with your in-game name in the YouTube comments, and I will pick someone there. And make sure to drop a follow, like, subscribe, whatever that you want, okay? Today, we already picked out our people. First person is going to be accurate. He wants a defense, and I see some nasty monster right in the back. So we're going to quickly look at your defense, and you're Fighter 3. In Fighter 3, I say this all the time, Fighter 3, Conquer, defense really doesn't matter, and it's about rune quality. And the question is, how scary can you make your defense, right? And to be honest, I don't even know what this guy does. Removes all harmful effects granted on allies. In addition, immunity, oh, okay, that's pretty good. So, wait, oh, this is like a cleanse. Am I right? Okay, that's pretty good. So your box isn't too huge. So I already liked your idea. I like your idea already, right? Your idea to begin with was you run a bunch of tanky stuff in hopes that you can get Lucianed. And then you put in a LD Nat 5 to make it even more scary. So I like it. You got a cleanse, you got immunity, you got fire units, but the only thing you don't have is a water or wind unit that's actually good. Chasun is not a legitimate monster to put on defense. I don't even think Chasun on any rank is viable on defense. I would rather much see Arena in place of that Chasun. And I don't even see a retouch. If you had a retouch a Triana, I would put that in as well. As your fourth slot, you really want a unit that has tanky innate stats and like stalling with your 2 fire units and Druid. So my advice to you is you can put your Veramos as your leader skill. If not, because you have fire lead, which is probably better. If not, you can put your... If this was built double Nemesis, I would, but because you're early game, don't use it. I would much rather see you run a Rena, a Diaz, a Darien, even your Wind Monkey King. But your Wind Monkey King doesn't look like it's built. It's built on just, I guess, random runes because it's not usable right now because you have no Devilmons. So maybe in the future, your Wind unit could be your Triana, Ritesh if you get one, your Wind Monkey, and then you have a 30% lead for everybody. Or like a Ritesh. Like I said, if you have a Camilla or Arena, that's what I put in your last slot. And for rune quality, because you're early still, this is perfectly fine. This is a good rune that you can re-app in the future. And you need some speed on these, but what I would suggest you do is put 6-star runes here. You need any blue-green 6-star rune because the extra percent matters so much more. And you really need to be maxing these. So if you have better runes to put here that are 6-star, I would do it. And because you're on a tank build, right? You don't necessarily need Vampire. You can run a build that is triple energy, broken blade, but on will. As long as will, any rune set, it'll be fine on a triple HP build or a speed double HP build. This build, because you're not doing any damage, you're not going to be sucking any life. So you might as well put better broken runes that you have that you're not using onto this monster right here. And then for Kumar, I like this is fine. You're in Conquer Fighter, this is fine. You don't have Swift runes, but what you do need to do is you need to max this out. I would even put a HP rune here. That way you're on triple HP with a Swift set. Perfectly fine. But you need to max your 2, 4, 6s. Doesn't matter how bad they are. The percentages matter. Okay? And for this could be your recon set, for example, right? I would just build this on Swift. If you're farming giants, just slap this on Swift, have some speed on it, make it tanky. It will do its job. Make sure you double mon it, because this is a pretty nasty unit. Alright, so that is my advice to you. And someone asked me about Skogul Chasun, because I think Skogul is underwhelming, and Chasun gets you way further in the game. I'm not sure if I was chosen, but I'm here. Yep, T-Cook, I did choose you. T-Cook has a lot of windows. If you're looking for a window, T-Cook from my Twitch chat has the luck for you. Alright. Running one Skogul. You are looking to get G3 again, right? I recall you said earlier you're looking to get G3 again. But I'm going to tell you, T-Cook, G3, G2 defenses is all dependent on your AO speed. So I'm going to look at your AO because I think that's what you actually really need, is for me to look at your AO and to see what's up. This is your Kale Bell one. This one. Okay. Oh my god, all your windows are built. Holy moly. Alright, this is all your monsters. At a glance, these are your options. If you have Sekhmet, one of your options is run Samoth. Fastest Swift Will set. If you don't have a Will, you're going to get farmed in G3. And then you put your Amduat in. So that way you counter Tiana teams. And then I would toss in another fire unit like this one right here or this one right here to counter any like Tiana users, right? Because the Samoth with this unit counters Tiana users that are slow, right? And this is going to be built on Despair, Speed, HP, triple HP, depends on your subs, but you don't need an accuracy rune. You can run a little bit less accuracy here. So the idea of running Amduat is to deter fast Tianas. And then the idea of running a Swift Sekhmet is to deter a slow Tiana user or someone that is running double Lucian, no speed lead. Because running Samoth, Swift Sekhmet makes it very hard for anybody to run double Lucian with no speed lead, right? And again, is double fire, which makes it even harder. Juno and Kumar are squishy. If they're squishy, I'm assuming he's going to be re-runing these. Like, if this is about, like, this looks like a Guild War build. I'm not going to tell you how to ruin your monsters because you should know how if you're already pushing to G2, G3. But in terms of your monsters, your Samoth should be this. If you're not using this on offense, which you probably should, this should be Despair Nemesis or Despair Will. Has to be Despair because it gives you the RNG factor, right? Gives you the RNG factor of coming back alive and stunning people who don't use Will runes. People who don't use Will runes will be punished. You should pick Drunkard. You should pick Chasun. And if you run Amduat, it's going to be a tanky speed HP build. Despair Revenge, Despair Endures, Despair Will. I think Will is your best bet. And then if you don't have it, Focus, Endure, Shield, whatever it is. Swift Will, fastest set. And then your last one is going to be a tanky unit like this one or this one. And this isn't like an RTA build because of this rune right here. So if it's an arena build, it's built speed HP. And if you're really fast, HP crit rate HP. Depends on your rune quality, but the easiest is going to be speed double HP. And this is not going to be on a destroy set because these destroy runes aren't the greatest. And like, look at the subs here. They're not that useful for your Kumar other than this one right here. Right? So that's my advice to you if you're running a Sekhmet going first team. If you're not running a Sekhmet going first team, then you can just toss in stuff like running 1, 2, and then like a win unit like your Ritesh and like an Amduat, right? So if you don't want to run a Sekhmet going first team, what you can do is run Vanessa, Stripper, Amduat, and like a Kumar, for example. And if you don't want a Kumar, you put in a win unit because you want that tri-element purpose, right? So a lot of ideas here, a big box here, but the idea of running a stripper AD is running a stripper, your Juno, into your Halfist. Stripper, Juno into a Amduat to strip, control attack bar, possibly stun, RNG factor with a speed lead to ensure you go first. If you're not running a speed defense, which I think you probably should, judging from your box, you can run some stall stuff like double fire, Triana, stuff like that. Does that help you? Any questions? I don't see your AO, so I'm not going to bother looking at it. Vanessa, Perna, Triana, +1, get AD. Yeah, it's G1 AD. Because if you have Vanessa, Perna, Triana, you're probably playing so long, you have good units that you probably get G1 from sheer rune quality. Yeah, thank you. All right. So once again, probably like running a stripper style AD, either running segment to reset first or running a stripper and then control units right after, which is your Juno. And then you combine it with your Kumar, which is tanky fire unit, or your Vanessa or Samoth, depending on how you want to play the game. And do not pair Triana and Samoth together. It's counterproductive. It doesn't do shit. Project West is, I believe, Lucky. Is it Lucky? Or I forget who you are on Twitch. Actually, help me with AD and AO. If I can hit G2, I'll live forever and donate $40. Okay, I want the $40, man. What's NP worth? Okay. So when I look at your defense right here, I have a lot of questions. Is your Tiana Swift Will? Is your Jean speed tuned? Is your Perna doing anything? So let me take a look. Your AO, this is not speed tuned. Like, I like the build and all, but if this is speed tuned to your Bernard's gonna be a little bit slower, I think. Actually, it's speed tuned, but not to Kabila. So this is actually a fine build, but what you are lacking, new pack worth it. Yeah, the jelly pack one, yeah. So, this is a nice rune and all, but I really like having accuracy on my Bastet, because if you have no accuracy on your Bastet, even though in this patch this got buffed, you need accuracy to land debuff against Halfist, and Halfist is the most meta thing there is out there. So if you want to push to consistent G2, G3 and counter those Halfist users with your Lucians, you got to be using this with an accuracy slot or more accuracy. And the problem with your Lucian is for a G2, G3 standard, your Lucians are lacking a lot of stats. They're lacking about 40 speed and about like 14 crit rate here, right? You need, like, the damage looks like fine for G2, but you're missing a lot of speed, which means when you double Lucian, you're gonna be wary of single Nemesis users because you're not that fast. But if you have like a Frigate, which I don't see you do, then it's another story, because Frigate Bastet is supercharged, you can run slower. You run Tiana. If you're running Tiana, it means you have to run a fast Tiana. And this Tiana is not on Will. So if this Tiana is not on Will and you run it on defense, you are literally risking yourself getting Leo'd. So whenever you push for G2, G3, and they know you because they farmed you last rush, you're gonna get Leo'd. People will take 50% chance resistance because they can't outspeed and you're the only guy they can hit, right? So that's the only problem I have with this Tiana. Nice and fast, we'll go first. And if you're running Bomb AO, that is your second problem. If you're running Bomb AO, if you watch my video, it sucked monkey butt. Bomb AO is one of the worst things you can run. So I would say don't run Bomb AO. And I don't know what your rune quality is. Like, can you run Nukers? Can you run... You'll have a Zyros. Is this your box? Where's your Zyros? Wait, where's your Zyros? Where's your like Tayor, for example? Where are your arena units? It looks like you don't... Okay, it looks like you don't have arena cleavers, and that's why I guess you're forced to bomb. So I guess you're using this unit, this unit, this unit, Fran, and your Malacca. But if you want to run bomb teams, you are literally going to be risking losing a lot of the times, and that's why I don't know how your Swift sets are, I don't know how your Fatal Swifts are, but I highly suggest you speed these up to about 100 with as much crit rate as possible with this type of damage. You can even lower the damage about 20 crit damage with more speed, and it'll still be very good. You can use my Lucians as a reference, but these Lucians is like the missing factor that you need, because if you have Jameer, which should be built on double fight will with 100% resistance, you can use Jameer, Bastet, double Lucian with like your Bastet set works fine. However, if there's a stripper, then you can't do it. Like if there's 4 tanks, you can use Jameer, Bastet on fight will, and go quad Lucian them. But if it's like a stripper speed lead, then your slow Bastet doesn't work, and that's why I'm going to change my Bastet to a Swift build. That way I have the flexibility to run Jameer, speed Bastet, double Lucian against a stripper team. So I would have that quad Lucian team available. That way you can, instead of bombing 4 tanks and risking to lose, you can quad Lucian that. So if you're not building double Lucians, the least you can do is build this Jameer on double fight will on a resistance slot 6 to resist any RNG stun in this game. Okay, and your Bastet, if you want to recommend Swift, probably the best. If not, it is okay. Any questions? I know more water. Are you good? Yo, Stone Agent. Pick me like 5 monsters to use for RTA. This is not the purpose of the video. Better luck next time. Alright. Lucky. Is Lucky here? Are you asleep? Oh, sorry, Lucky. Are you here, Lucky? Lucky, what's with everybody having these dupes? Does everybody in my chat have all these dupes? Any slot for FFR? Do you mean me doing your FFR? That's paid for service. Lucky, are you here? Lucky is C3 looking to get to G1. Okay, I like the idea of your defense. You know, it's very meta. But the only thing is, Perna and Samoth is a bad recipe because it dies to Alicia so quickly. So I'm going to quickly look at your monsters. I like the defense already. This is, like, my Juno is plus 150-ish. So this, if you toss in another 10 speed somewhere, well, this is a sick, nasty rune, boy. If you're able to toss in, like, this, you see this rune, right? It's very slow. It's 10 speed base plus 4. If you're able to reduce, you know, the tankiness to get more speed, I would change the rune. You want to have the Nemesis set because you want to cut in. Like, your Nemesis runes, like this one just needs some work. This one is, like, a lot of flat HP, which is, like, it's nice for your unit, and it's quick, but it needs a little bit more speed. And this is where you can change this rune to get a little bit more speed. Same with this. Like, end of the story, this is like a green rune, right? Like, it looks legend or purple, but I would try to increase this about 10 more speed. Alright? So that's my suggestion to you to fix this unit. And then if you run Samoth, I saw earlier, Despair Nemesis, it is. It's not a bad rune, actually. But I feel like when you have flat stats, it makes it feel like really terrible, right? So if you're able to get any upgrades, like this should be a crit damage and accuracy, for example. And like this, you have a dead, I don't know how your runes are, but you have like a dead like resistance right here. Like it's a dead stat, right? But overall, this will do its work. It comes back alive, it dies, comes back alive, and it kills them, right? So I like the build. However, if you use this in offense, you will take the chance at losing because it's a nemesis. So if you're using this on offense, which you probably should be, Lucky, you want to put some Will. Will Samoth on defense isn't the end of the world, to be honest. I do that. It's not the end of the world. I think personally Nemesis and Will is a preference on defense depending on how you set up your team. Like Nemesis means you're going to do more burst damage, right? But Will means you can use them both offense and defense. So that is my suggestion for your Samoth here. And then your Ritesh. Ritesh here is looking... Oh man, you have a lot of units. Very quick. Very quick. But I would personally reduce this. Like if you have an HP slot here with like 20 speed, the 100 speed is more than... It's fine. Because this is a little squishy. 43k HP means I think you can die to Lucians. Like a fat Lucian. I'm pretty sure this can die a fat Lucian. You want at least around at least plus 35,000. If you want to get your account reviewed, you can join on the next episode, episode 6, by leaving a comment in the YouTube video. And you have a Halfist. Okay, so but you're running a speed AD. Have you tried using Halfist on your team? Because if you're running this type of defense, I would probably change the... So here's like my preference. If you run Samoth, you're not running Perna. If you're running Vanessa, you're running like a Kumar, for example. So that is the idea, right? So if you're running like for this defense, I'd probably just change out the Perna for another fire unit and change your Ritesh that's a little bit more tanky. Oh, nice. And if you're running... Yeah, I probably run Kumar instead of Perna because it's really, really thick. And Perna just gets all these should. However, if you're running something like a Halfist, you can run like Halfist, Juno, Kumar, and like +1. That's like if you're running some stall defense, that's what I probably do. I run 1 Stripper, which is your Juno, and then your Kumar goes to silence, and then you have 1 additional unit. It could be a Wind unit, it could be your Camilla, it could be your Camilla here, it could be your Ritesh. Just play around what you want to invest. Like this build is built for Guild Wars, so I wouldn't be able to use this on defense if I were you. So then I'd be forced to run your Ritesh only, right? But if you're able to swap one monster in and out depending who's farming you, you have the flexibility to see how it's going throughout Rush, right? And this, you're missing about 10,000 HP. So if you're gonna be using this, you need to invest really tanky runes, because if Alicia resets on you and gets a free kill, you are dead, right? So any questions? Are you good? If you're running stall defense, you know, it's Halfist, 3 tanks, Halfist, Stripper, 2 control. That's what I'd probably suggest. But remember, you have to re-rune your units. A lot of people here are asking, and it is getting late, but like I promised, I already picked the people. So make sure you drop your Twitch name and your in-game name, and we'll pick a few people to join on the next episode. But you have to be here on the Twitch stream. So everybody, thanks for tuning in, and I'll be back for more content next time for more AD and AO reviews. Alright. If I missed you, I'm sorry. It's getting late. But I'll get to whoever. Rejected, lazy bum. I'll get to you one day.